Welcome, everyone, to our class today. We are going to read a story. And from this story, you're going to expand your vocabulary, you're going to learn correct grammar, and you're going to improve your pronunciation, all by reviewing a interesting story. And this story is called The Unexpected Gift. The Unexpected Gift is the name of our story. And for all the students watching live, welcome to our class. And for all the students watching the replay, I am so excited for you to be here as well. So make sure if you're watching the replay, you still participate. You leave your examples in the comments. You practice because I read all the comments as well. And for all the students participating live, make sure you interact in the comment section. Now, let's get started with our story. The Unexpected Gift. Who knows what the word unexpected means? Unexpected. This is an adjective. Put it in the comments. The unexpected gift. What type of gift is this? Well, let's find out about this unexpected gift. I'll read the first part of our story. Tom was at his desk when a large package showed up by the office door. He hadn't ordered anything, so this was unexpected. His coworkers gathered around as Tom ripped open the box, eager to see what was inside. So, as you can see from this visual, we have a large box. You could also call it a package. A package is a box or an envelope or something that is delivered to you. Now, what words don't you understand from this section? I have chosen some words that I think will be helpful in your vocabulary, but maybe there are certain words or grammar concepts or even pronunciation that you aren't familiar with. So make sure you leave those words in the comments section so I can explain them. And hello to all my students joining the live. I expect all of you to participate. All right. So, yes, an unexpected gift, an unexpected package, an unexpected box is one that nobody knows about. Nobody knew it was coming. So it's unexpected. So if you have an unexpected visitor, it means that visitor comes to your door, but it wasn't arranged. It wasn't planned. Exactly. All right. Greetings from Havana, right back at you. Hello, Sergi. Hello, Svetlana. Hello, AK. Hello, all the way from Iraq. And Hamid. Hello, hello. Okay. So, what words don't you understand from this section? Let's review some that I think will be helpful for you. Tom was at his desk. So right now I'm at my desk. We use the preposition at for a specific location. And in this case, the location is one's desk. You can't see my desk, but it is here. It is what my keyboard is sitting on, of course. So I'm at my desk. You don't need to say I'm sitting at my desk, I'm working at my desk. You can just say I'm at my desk. But if you use the word office, you need I'm in my office because an office is an enclosed space. So right now, I'm both in my office and at my desk. So just pay attention to those prepositions and learn them naturally when you're reading something or listening to something. So this package showed up by the office door. So to show up, this is a phrasal verb. We have our verb show, which you need to conjugate. In this example, how is the verb conjugated? The package showed up. What is that verb conjugation? Put it in the comments. If you're watching the replay as well, put it in the comments. And then our preposition is up. So to show up, this means to arrive or appear unexpectedly or after being awaited, which means it was expected. So it can both be unexpected or expected. For example, she showed up late because of the traffic. So in this case, It was expected. She had a meeting. She needed to be at that meeting at 9 o'clock a.m., but she arrived late. She showed up late. And the reason? Because of traffic. Now, how about this one? I was in my PJs. What does PJs mean? I was in my PJs. What does that mean? Who knows? Put it in the comments before I reveal the answer. I was in my PJs. I'm not in my PJs right now. I was in my PJs when my friends showed up at my house with pizza. So in this case, it sounds like it's unexpected because I'm in my PJs. So everyone knows that's awesome. Mustafa, pajama, exactly. AK pajamas. So pajamas, they're what you wear when you're comfortable. Sweatpants, a sweatshirt is what you wear to bed, or just when you want to be comfortable watching a movie at home, your pajamas, PJs. I was in my PJs when my friends showed up at my house with pizza. All right. So, everyone, leave an example sentence with the phrasal verb show up and put your example sentence in the past simple to practice that. And listen to this pronunciation showed, a very soft D. Repeat after me showed, showed, showed up, showed up, showed up. All right, so practice that in the comments and let's continue with our story. Tom was at his desk when a large package showed up by the office door. He hadn't ordered anything, so this was unexpected. His coworkers gathered around as Tom ripped open the box, eager to see what was inside. Let's take a look at this phrasal verb, to gather around. The verb is gather, that's what you conjugate, and the preposition is around. This means to come together in a group, now often to look at or listen to something. This doesn't really work in an online environment to say gather around to all of you. It's really more of an in person when people will be around me and then we all come close together. So in person, we could say everyone gathered around the computer to watch the funny video. So you can imagine there's me, but there's other people and we're all closely together and we're paying attention to something. Or the employees gathered around the conference table for the announcement. So they're all around, they're in a group and they're paying attention. You're either looking at something or you're listening to something. Okay. AK said her boyfriend didn't show up for her birthday. Ooh, exactly. Her boyfriend didn't arrive. He wasn't there. Great job. Great sentence. Okay. And Omarion said got together. His coworkers got together. Yeah, you could say get together. Get together has other meanings as well. It's not exactly the same as gather around, although it's grammatically correct and I would understand the meaning of it. The meaning always depends on context. Remember that. So in this specific case, you could say it, but in some cases, you might not be able to. All right, great question. Luigio said, my boss showed up when I was using my phone and I got in trouble. Exactly. So my boss showed up. My boss suddenly appeared. And in this sense, it sounds like it was unexpected. Of course, Luigio wasn't expecting his boss to be there. Very nice. Gas said, our family members gathered around for the latest news. Exactly. So maybe in this case, one member of the family is sharing the news and everyone else is close together to that person. Or one person is reading the news from their device and everyone is close together. Very nice. Oh, yes, they gathered around the fireplace. Very nice. So they were close. Very great example sentences, everyone. Okay. Excellent job. Let's move on. His coworkers gathered around. Now, you know what that means, as Tom ripped open the box, eager to see what was inside. If you have young children, even adult children, friends, your family members, you can still rip open something, but this is generally what kids do when you give them a package or a present. They don't nicely open it, they rip it open. Actually, that's still how I open presents a lot of the time. What about you? Do you gently and carefully open a package, or do you rip it open? So now you know what rip open means. But rip here is a verb. So that's why it's conjugated in the past simple. Tom ripped open the box. So to rip open, this means to tear something apart quickly and forcefully, but we usually use this with packaging. But it could be an envelope, a box, other packaging as well, plastic packaging. So someone might say, if you rip open the envelope, you might rip the papers. So notice the difference between these two, because I wouldn't say if you rip the envelope, that has a different meaning. So here's a piece of paper, a little Post-it note, and that is a rip. So I just ripped the paper. So here, if I open the envelope quickly and forcefully, as a result, I might rip the papers that are in the envelope. So you could damage the papers. So now you know the difference between rip open and rip. Okay. Yoon Seob said, I rip open my box to see what is in it. Yeah, exactly. You don't need that if. To see, you could say to see if something is in it, or to see what is in it. Exactly. Very good. Okay. Yusef said, I used to rip open the boxed of food. Yeah, the boxes of food sneakily when I was a child. When I was a child. Okay, when I was a child, when I was a kid. Very nice. Okay. Oh, Thorvald said the bride didn't show up. Just remember, when you have did not, did is the past simple. So you use the base verb next. So didn't show up. The bride didn't show up at the wedding and people gathered around the groom. Exactly. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Exactly. Very nice. Great example. My sister ripped open the product before the payment. Uh-oh, exactly. So she's so excited. She just ripped it open. Great examples, everyone. Manuel said children at Christmas ripped open all the gifts with anxiety. Exactly. Maybe anxiety has a negative feel to it. You could say with anticipation, because anticipation sounds positive, but anxiety sounds negative. So with anticipation, or with excitement, for example. Okay, but excellent sentence. Really nicely done. Okay, let's move on. To everyone's surprise, out came a bright pink flamingo lawn ornament. So, all of that bright pink flamingo lawn ornament is what you see in the image. A lawn ornament. An ornament is something decorative that you can put on your desk, you can put on your mantle, you can put on your lawn in your garden, for example. Lawn is the area covered with grass in this picture, so that we have houses in North America generally have a front lawn and a back lawn. And it's a specific area on your property with grass where you can enjoy the outdoors. So that's a lawn. A lawn ornament. So this is an ornament meant for your lawn. Flamingo is the bird in the picture. I have seen a flamingo, but not in the wild. Have you seen a flamingo before? They're beautiful, they're graceful. And pink, of course, is the color, which flamingos are in the real world. And bright describes the color. Bright pink flamingo lawn ornament. So that's what was in the box. Baffled, Tom held it up for everyone to see. Is this some sort of joke? He asked, trying to wrap his head around the bizarre gift. Lisa, his coworker, smirked. Maybe it's a hint that you need a vacation. Okay. So I already explained what ornament is. Yusuf asked that. Meerkat has never seen a flamingo. I don't know where flamingos are naturally in the world. If you do, let me know in the comment section. I saw one in Las Vegas, but it was not in a natural environment. They had real flamingos in an area, a lawn area of a hotel, which was quite beautiful. Okay. Yes, we will talk about baffled. Exactly. And if there are any other words that you're not sure of or pronunciation, grammar concepts, put it in the chat and I will be happy to review it. Okay, so we know what a bright pink flamingo lawn ornament is. And yes, ornament is a type of decoration. You can put it on your desk. You put ornaments in North America for those who celebrate Christmas, we put ornaments on our Christmas tree, for example. Okay, there are holiday ornaments as well. Okay, so baffled. I knew you wouldn't know this, but it's very useful to have in your vocabulary. Baffled. So notice here, it's just the word baffled because it's describing Tom's state of being. The full expression is to be baffled because baffled is an adjective. So you need the verb to be. In this context, baffled is an adjective. It means to be confused. So here, baffled, you could replace it with just the word confused. Confused, Tom held it up for everyone to see. So to hold something up is what I'm doing right now. I'm holding the paper up. I'm holding up the paper. Okay, so to be baffled, to be confused by something. Now, you can use this as the passive. I was baffled by the strange instructions, or the instructions baffled me. So that's the active form. Okay, the instructions baffled me. But the passive is I was baffled by the strange instructions. And you can replace the word baffled with confused. Yes, and keep this in mind because baffled also means puzzled. And we will see this word in a few pages from now. So keep this in mind. Very clever, very smart. And we will talk about smirked as well. Okay, great example sentence. I was baffled by the conclusion of the action. Exactly. So for bonus points, who wants to try to put this in an active sentence? Because this is the passive. Really nicely done. I'll leave this up. I'll leave this comment up if anyone wants to try to change it into the active. Okay, so is this some sort of joke? He asked, trying to wrap his head around the bizarre gift. So, to wrap one's head around something, this is an idiom, which means it does not have a literal meaning. To wrap means to cover. So, you can wrap a present. If this were a present that I'm giving to you, if I wanted to wrap it, I would. And this is wrapping paper. That's actually the name, wrapping paper. You would go like this. So that's to wrap a present. So then I could give it to you and you could rip it open and then be probably a little baffled or disappointed as to why I gave you a used pen. Okay. So to wrap one's head around, just remember there is no literal meaning about wrapping a head because idioms don't have literal meanings. But this means when you wrap your head around something, it means that you understand something difficult or complex. You could use this in the negative and say, I can't wrap my head around how to use English articles. Those small words, and the, I can't wrap my head around it. It's another way of saying, I can't understand this, but because it's very difficult or complex. You could say, it took me a while to wrap my head around the instructions. At first, I was baffled. So, in this case, you now understand the instructions, but at first, you were confused, baffled because they were complex or difficult. Okay. So the active form, the conclusion of the action baffled me. Exactly. So remember, as an active sentence, you just need the verb to baffle. And then you conjugate the verb. So there is no need to use the verb to be here. So just the conclusion of the action baffled me. All right. Excellent job. All right. And Nicholas said, I was baffled by, I was baffled when my brother gave me, because if you are now confused, he already did this action. So your verb give needs to be in the past simple. I was baffled when my brother gave me a gift. Exactly. Why? It's not my birthday. It's not a holiday. Why did you give this to me? You were confused. Very nicely done. Okay. Jaffer Beck said, I wrapped my head around understanding the conceptual meaning of learning math. Very nice. Excellent job. And because you put this in the past simple, it means you now understand. Okay. Yusuf said, I can't wrap my head around his suspicious attitude. Exactly. So I can't understand it because it's difficult or complex. All right. Anirban asks if this class will remain in YouTube playlist. Yes, it will. So the recordings, the replays are available on my YouTube channel. There's a separate section for live lessons, at least on my dashboard. So you can look on, if you go to my channel, if you see there's a separate section for live lessons or live videos, I guess they call it, then click on that section and you'll see them. I'll also create a playlist for the live lessons so that way you can also use the playlist. Okay, let's move on. Lisa, his coworker, smirked. Who knows what smirked means? It's kind of like this. Okay, look at me. So it's like a one-sided smile and you kind of like your eyes are a little squinted. And it's usually when you're kind of saying to someone, I told you so, or I'm right, you're wrong, or I knew I was right, something like that. Because you're doing it in a self-satisfied or sarcastic way. So why would Lisa smirk as she said this? Well, she was probably satisfied that she said something clever, witty. She made a joke. She had something interesting to contribute to the conversation. So that could be why she smirked, for example. So you might say, he smirked, or if this were you, you could say, I smirked when he corrected his English teacher's grammar. So if you write in the comments, oh, Jennifer, you have a mistake on the slide, you might feel satisfied as you say this because you are correcting your English teacher and that feels satisfying. So you might smirk as you say it. So sometimes when you smirk, it can be just lighthearted, but other times it might be a little sarcastic as well. So you have to be careful about smirking. All right. John smirked when he did the action that he has wanted to do for many years. Exactly, because he was satisfied by this. Very nice. She smirked as if she knew everything about this subject. Exactly. So after she shares all the information in a meeting, she might smirk because she feels proud of herself. But there might be a little bit of, I'm better than you in that smirk, but maybe not as well. So you just have to be careful when you use it. Okay. Now, what is a hint? Who knows? Lisa, his coworker, smirked. Maybe it's a hint that you need a vacation. What's a hint? Well, a hint, it's on the screen. A hint is a small suggestion or clue, but it gives you information or the answer indirectly. So maybe I'm your teacher, obviously, because I am, and I'm giving you a test. Okay. And one of the questions is really difficult. But as the teacher, I can't give you the answer because it's a test. You're being graded on this. So I might say, I can't give you the answer, but here's a hint. And then I give you some sort of hint or clue as to what the answer is. So a hint, that's a noun, right? Because there's an article. I know, you're probably wrapping your head around articles still, but a hint, a is an article. So this is a noun. But hint is also used as a verb. She hinted that she wanted to go to Hawaii for her birthday. So she could do this to her parents, her best friend, her spouse, her coworkers. Maybe they go on a group vacation together for work. Okay, so she hinted. This is when she says things like, "Oh, I hear Hawaii's really nice. Wouldn't it be so relaxing to just lie on the beach? I've always wanted to go to Hawaii." So you try to let the person know you want to do something, but you don't say it directly. So she doesn't directly say, I want to go to Hawaii for my birthday. She says something like, wouldn't it be nice to just lie on the beach and relax? Oh, my birthday's coming up. So that's how she hinted. All right. Let's continue on. Okay, I give you a hint because you don't find the treasure from the game we played. Exactly, exactly. So you can say, I gave you a hint if it's considered a completed past action, or you can say, I will give you a hint if it's more of a future action because in the present simple, I give, it means it's a routine action. So, for example, I always give my friends hints when we're playing this video game. Okay. When the new thing comes on, everyone should have a hint. Rafia, very nice sentence. Great job. Okay. And Anirban said she didn't reply to my proposal, but there's a hint that she would consider it later. Exactly. You consider something. You don't consider about something. You think about something, but you consider something. Very nicely done. Okay. Prash Prashantising. Hopefully, I got that somewhat correct. You can give me a hint on how to pronounce your name. She wanted to get rid of me, and I got a hint from her behavior. Ah, exactly. Very clever. Really nice sentence. Okay. Jafar Beck said, I gave a hint, my boss. So you can give a hint to someone. I gave a hint to my boss that I was going to change my workplace. Ah, exactly. So maybe you said, oh, it might be good if you think about hiring someone else. Maybe that could be the hint. All right. Excellent job, everyone. AK said she hinted that she got engaged. Exactly. So maybe she said something like, well, you might want to think about buying a really nice dress because I have a big surprise. So she might have hinted that without fully saying it. Really nicely done. Okay. So here is Tom with his bright pink flamingo lawn ornament. Maybe Tom replied. So let's go back because remember, Lisa, his coworker, smirked. Maybe it's a hint that you need a vacation. This is the reason why he received this mysterious package. So Tom says, maybe, Tom replied, still puzzled by who could have sent it. Lisa examined the label and gasped. It's from the boss's office. You're in for it now, she joked. Tom's heart sank. Was this some strange way of saying he was in trouble? Okay, everyone. What words, grammar rules, or vocabulary, pronunciation don't you understand from this section of our story? Leave it in the comments and I will be happy to review it for you. Now, I have chosen some words for you. So we already talked about puzzled because a very smart student mentioned it when we were reviewing baffled and confused. So maybe Tom replied, still puzzled by who could have, listen to this pronunciation, could have, which is short for could have sent it. Could have, repeat after me, could have, could have sent it. So to be puzzled, this is exactly the same as to be confused. So now you can say, I'm puzzled, I'm baffled, I'm confused by the strange present. So let's review this pronunciation one more time. Puzzled, zold. So that z, puzzled, baffled, confused. Okay. Now, this is the passive form. You're receiving the emotion. Now, the active, you take the object, the strange present, and that becomes the subject. The strange present puzzles me, baffles me, confuses me. So you can use all three. All right. I was puzzled by his rude behavior. Exactly. I was confused. I was baffled by. Now, if you want to put this in the active, what would you say? So you take the object, his rude behavior, and that becomes the subject. His rude behavior puzzled me. Puzzled me. All right. Excellent job, everyone. Jafar Beck said, I was puzzled when I solved comprehensive math problem. So maybe if you're solving it though, you're no longer puzzled. I was puzzled before I solved. Or you could say I was puzzled when I was solving. Yeah, you could say, yeah, I understand what you mean. So you're trying to solve. You're still trying to solve, but you're confused. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Nice sentence. Okay, Rafia said, I was puzzled by that hard topic. Exactly. Yes. And Sonam got the active form. His rude behavior puzzled me. Excellent job. Very nice. Okay. My friend's opinion about me puzzles me. Exactly. Why does she think that or he think that about me? Okay, math exams are always puzzling me. I agree. I agree. Same for me. His rude words puzzled me. Exactly. Why did he say that? Really nicely done, everyone. So let's move on because another student asked about gasp. That's basically it. Lisa examined the label and gasped. It's from the boss's office. So when you gasp, you take a quick breath in surprise or shock. but it could be a positive thing. You could gasp when your significant other proposes to you. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Or it could be negative. You could get fired and then, what? After 20 years? So the audience gasped when the magician pulled a rabbit out of the hat. She gasped when she saw the price of the dress. But this is interesting because she could have gasped because the price was extremely high, way higher than she expected. But it's possible that she gasped because it was extremely cheap and she thought it was going to be extremely expensive. So it's possible that she's gasping in a positive way or a negative way. All right. Great job, everyone. How about this? It's from the boss's office. You're in for it now. She joked. She joked. So to be in for it, this means to be in trouble. So she could have said, "You're in trouble now," but she's joking. She doesn't mean this seriously. She's just joking. She joked. She's in for it now. Oh, yes. And Meerkat shared an emoji which represents gasping. Very nice. And there is an emoji that is a smirk. So it's a one-sided smile and the eyes are a little bit squinted. So someone find the smirk emoji and put that in the comments as well. Actually, that's a great one to have a visual of it. An emoji is very helpful to show emotion. Okay, it's from the boss's office. You're in for it now. You're in trouble now. So you might say, I'll be in for it. So to be, your verb is be, and you need to conjugate that. So here it's I will be because it's a future action. I'll be in for it if I show up late. So if I arrive late, I'll be in trouble. So you can absolutely say, I'll be in trouble if I show up late. And honestly, I think the more common way to communicate this is I'll be in trouble. You're in trouble now. I think it's more common to say that than to say you're in for it now. But because native speakers do use it, it's useful to know. And all my amazing students know the smirk emoji. Exactly. So the one-sided with a little bit of an eye squint. Thank you, everyone. You got it. You got it. Great job. Okay. So Gas said, I gasped when my sister accidentally broke the ancient vase. Exactly. You can say vase or vase. And honestly, I changed my pronunciation. Sometimes I say vase, sometimes I say vase. You can say either one. I gasped. Oh no. When my sister accidentally broke the ancient vase or vase. Now, notice this pronunciation of gasped because it's a very soft T at the end. Gasped. So you have that P for the P, but then you have a T, a soft T. Very, very soft T at the end. Gasped. I gasped. So you might need to practice that P-T combination. I'll say it 3 times so you can use this to practice and you can repeat after me. I gasped. I gasped. I gasped. So now you can practice that. Okay, everyone. Alex said, I gasped when I saw the price of a flight ticket for my vacation. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Now, let's move on. Tom's heart sank. Was this some strange way of saying he was in trouble? Remember, this is when he found out the strange present, the bizarre present, the bright pink flamingo lawn ornament was from the boss's office. Tom's heart sank. So this is an idiom, an expression is when someone's heart sinks. So your verb is sink. So in this case, it's the past simple. Sink, sank, sunk. Tom's heart, and the heart belongs to the person. So you need a possessive. Tom's heart sank. So this is when you feel sudden disappointment or fear. So maybe you're happy, you're listening to the teacher, and then all of a sudden, my heart sank when I found out I had to give a presentation to pass the class. So you're listening to the teacher, and then all of a sudden she says, now, everyone, just know at the end of the year, you'll have to give a 10-minute presentation to the class, and it's worth 50% of your grade. And you hate presenting in public, so your heart sank. You felt sudden, instantly. Instantly, you were happy, but then sudden disappointment or fear. And generally, we go in a lower position when something like that happens. Our shoulders go down. So your body can show this expression as well. Her heart sank when she failed the exam. So she's happy, and then her teacher gives her the piece of paper that has the result. She looks at it and her heart sank. Okay. All right, everyone. So let's see. We have some comments here. Karma said, my heart sink. So sink isn't conjugated because my heart is it, right? He, she, it. So you could say it sinks. You need that S there. It sinks. My heart sinks when I think about leaving your lessons one day. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But don't worry, you don't have to leave my lessons. Hopefully you won't. So as an example, my heart sank. Oh, I already read this. I read both of these. Okay, now I'll look at yours. AK said, my heart sank when I couldn't get the job. Exactly. Exactly. My heart sank when I parked the car and keys were inside of it. Exactly. Very nicely done. My heart sank when I failed the exam. Yes. Joe's heart sank. Exactly. The heart belongs to Joe. Great job getting that possessive and the past simple for the verb sink, sank, sunk. Joe's heart sank when he got the axe yesterday. Oh, when he got fired, when he got the axe yesterday. My heart sank when I saw her. For sure. That can absolutely happen. Okay. Great job, everyone. Really nicely done. Excellent examples. Okay, what do we have next? Feeling anxious, Tom tentatively knocked on his boss's door to get to the bottom of it. Did you send me this? He asked, holding up the flamingo. His boss laughed. I wish I could take credit for it, but it's not from me, was the boss's reply. Okay, what words, pronunciation, grammar don't you understand from this section of our story? And I'm happy to review them for you. So I chose one. Feeling anxious. So remember, anxious is nervousness. It's when your heart starts beating faster, your hands might start to shake. You feel that pit in your stomach, that heaviness in your stomach. That's the physical sensations of the feeling of anxiety. So feeling anxious, maybe his hands are shaking and he tentatively. So here it's an adverb, tentatively. Tentatively. This means in a way that shows hesitation or uncertainty. So confidently would be, tentatively would be, so that would be tentatively. You could say, oh, she tentatively raised her hand to ask the question, maybe because she didn't feel confident if her question was a good question or a bad question or how people would react to her question. Now, this would be she confidently raised her hand. She tentatively raised her hand. So he tentatively agreed to work late. So this means it showed some uncertainty or hesitation, which means, well, I don't know. Maybe I have to check with my wife. But yeah, I guess I could work late. So that would be tentatively. He said yes, but you could tell he didn't want to. There was a lot of hesitation. So he tentatively agreed to work late. Okay. Samia asked, should we note down those phrases? I should have let everyone know that I will make the PDF available to everyone. After the live lesson, I will publish it. So I'll include the link in the description and the pinned comment. For everyone watching the replay, it will be available to you. It will take me probably 10 to 15 minutes after the live lesson to make it available. Okay, thanks for asking because I forgot to let everyone know. Okay. So, feeling anxious, Tom tentatively knocked on his boss's door to get to the bottom of it. Now, to get to the bottom of something, this is an idiom. There's no literal meaning, but it's when you find out the real reason for something. It can also mean to solve a mystery because when you solve a mystery, you understand the real reason for that mystery. So it's very commonly used in if you watch movies or TV shows about detectives, crimes, any sort of mysteries, they will use this expression, get to the bottom of it. But you can also use it in a professional or even a social situation. So you might say, in a professional situation, we need to get to the bottom of why the project failed. We need to understand the real reason. Because once you understand the real reason, you can fix it and you can improve it and you can learn from your mistakes. So if you've been learning English for years, studying English for years, but you still don't feel confident speaking, you should take some time to get to the bottom of it, understand the real reason why, so you can solve it. You can take action and learn from it, solve it, and see improvements. Okay. Here's a great example about tentatively. I tentatively ask my boss for a promotion. Exactly. So you do it, but there's hesitation in your voice, doubt in your voice. Exactly. Great job. Okay, gas. When I saw my friend crying under the table, I tentatively walked toward her. So you were a little hesitant because maybe your friend doesn't want to talk to anyone. Maybe she just wants to be left alone, right? So you tentatively walk toward her to get to the bottom of it, to understand the real reason why your friend is crying. Excellent job. Really nicely said. I must get to the bottom of why my brother had an argument with his cousin. Exactly. You need to understand the real reason. Everyone is doing such a great job. I'm so happy to read your examples. Okay. Did you send this to me? He asked, holding up the flamingo. His boss laughed. I wish I could take credit for it, but it's not from me. To take credit for something. This is when you claim responsibility or recognition. She tried to take credit for the idea, even though it wasn't hers. So she tried to say, this idea is mine. That's how you take credit for something. So for, and then the something is a noun here. Now, if your boss gives you credit and says, you did such a great job on the project, thank you for your effort, you might say, the credit for the project success goes to the entire team, not just me. So your That's a very nice thing to say. It's very gracious. You're saying responsibility for the project's success is goes to the entire team. All right. Just then, Tom got an email. It was from a secret gift exchange he'd signed up for months ago and completely forgotten. Relieved, he returned to his desk. So, this solves the mystery of where the bright pink flamingo lawn ornament came from. He had signed up, which means it's the past perfect. It's a past before another past action. Now, to sign up for something, it's when you register or agree to participate in something. Just remember, you need that for. So there's two prepositions. Sign is the verb, which you conjugate based on the time reference and subject. Up is the main preposition, and then you include for if you specify the noun, the something. I signed up for a yoga class next week. I signed up for. I registered for a yoga class next week. Okay. Maria said, don't take credit if it is not yours. Exactly. Exactly. Don't claim responsibility if it isn't yours. Manuel said they wanted to take credit for the idea when they knew they were stealing my thunder. They were stealing my thunder. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, this is a great expression. You're right. Give credit where credit is due. It means let the person who is truly responsible know that they're responsible. Don't say that you are responsible if it was a group effort. Give credit where credit is due. Very nicely said. I signed up for the English class tomorrow. Exactly. Oh, Thorvald, I give you credit for improving because for is a preposition. So you need the ing for improving my English. Oh, that's so sweet. But honestly, to use the expression we just talked about, give credit where credit is due, I'm happy to say I play a role, but I, of course, recognize that really, for one, there are many other amazing English teachers, but you are the one sitting down and doing the work. You need to give yourself credit for your hard work as well. Okay, everyone. AK said, I can't take credit for someone else's work. Exactly, exactly. I signed up for JForrest English online classroom this year. I am so happy to hear that. Exactly. All right. And this is the end of our story, everyone. Well, he said, placing the flamingo beside him, it looks like this is here to stay. So he put the flamingo on his desk. Honestly, in this picture, this flamingo is very cute. I think I could have that on my desk. What about you? Would you want this flamingo ornament on your desk? It's pretty cute. So let's look at just this one thing, here to stay. So the expression is actually to be. So I should have highlighted the word is because that's the verb, to be, here to stay. This means that something is going to remain for a long time or permanently. So it can be either a long time or permanently. During the pandemic, everyone thought social distancing, the requirement for me to sit here and my friend to sit 5 feet away from me, social distancing, but everyone thought social distancing would be here to stay. It would be our new reality, but for a long time or permanently. But in reality, it was only maybe about 6 months or a year. So that wasn't that long, but we all thought it would be here to stay. And the other restrictions would be here to stay. Now, you could also say Jennifer's YouTube channel is here to stay, which means I'm going to keep uploading lessons for a long time. Of course, I can't say the rest of my life, but certainly for a long time. So you can use this for a long time or permanently. It depends. If you build a physical structure, you might say this statue is here to stay. The Statue of Liberty is here to stay. It's going to be here permanently for a very long time. Yeah, COVID is a great example. I thought COVID would be here to stay. Exactly. COVID or all the restrictions around COVID. Stefania said, that flamingo looks funny to me. Exactly. Exactly. It does look funny. Okay, JForrest's YouTube channel will be here to stay. Absolutely. I can definitely say that. So if you might say something like, "Oh, Jennifer, I enjoyed your lesson, but I don't know if you're going to post a new one. I don't know if I should subscribe because maybe you only post this might be the last lesson you post." And I can say, "No, no, no. I'm here to stay." So I could say I, or I could say my channel. My channel is here to stay. I'm here to stay. Whichever, just remember you need that verb to be. Okay. And that is the end of our story. So, did you like this lesson where we reviewed a story together? I did it live. And please, if you're watching the replay, let me know if you still like this lesson. You felt like it was engaging and interactive as well. So, please press like if you want to give me credit. You can press like, subscribe because I'm here to stay, and put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the comments so I know you enjoyed this lesson. And just remember, everyone, I will make the PDF available. For everyone watching the replay, you can look in the description or the pinned comment. And for all my students right now, just wait a few minutes and you can look in the description or the pinned comment. All right, Horatio said yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for watching, Horatio. And Hidaki, I wanted to make sure I got that right. Hidaki, I don't know if I did, but hopefully I'm close. Hidaki said yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Felipe, yes, yes. AK, awesome. Yes, yes. Faria, thank you very much, everyone. Diudane, yes, yes, yes. Awesome. I am so happy. Jin, yes, yes, yes. That is amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate all of the support. I'm glad you like this lesson. If you have any information on or any ideas on how I can improve it, let me know in the comments as well. And I will see all of you in my next lesson. Bye, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your day and your week. And I will see all of you soon. Bye.